Hello guys, Soren here, and today I wanted to talk about the possibility of Sheldon picks for Splatoon 2. If you haven't played Splatoon 1, Sheldon picks were added at the end of the content release cycle and consisted of 16 brand new variants of existing main weapons. They were released 8 at a time and were a big change to the game. For example, they released some of the best weapons like Cherry A-Tree, but also solid options like Watery Splash Shot, I think Green Range Blaster, and stronger kits for bad main weapons such as Burst Bomb on Bamboo or Kraken on Squiffer. So why do I think it's going to happen? Well, it has good chances, but let me give you a quick reminder of the current situation in Splatoon 2 content release. So firstly, Nogami, the Splatoon 2 producer, stated that Splatoon 2 would continue to get support until the end of 2018. Secondly, only 4 weapons have not been released yet, and we all know them. It's the variants of Explosion, Nautilus, Bloblobber, and Ballpoints. And honestly, they are going to come out on September 1st unless something comes out. And that obviously means that we have no new weapons coming for October, November, and December. If we assume they follow the same pattern, we don't know about 12 new weapons and variants. In my opinion, they did a nice job giving Splatling and Slosher classes new weapons and gameplay option with the Explosion, Nautilus, and so on, because they honestly had so few since Splatoon 1. Anyway, let's go back to the potential Sheldon picks. It seems to be the most likely option for Nintendo to fulfill the remaining 3 months of weapons. I would be quite surprised if they were to release entirely new weapons like they did with the last 2 months. Although, like, Umbrella class is missing some diversity for sure. Like, they need more weapon option for Umbrellas. So after September, we don't know about any new maps, new weapons, or anything that is coming along with the Nintendo Online service. It seems also very likely that they will release a version 4.0 trailer teasing new maps and Sheldon picks, if that's the case. Like, for previous versions, 2.0 added Clamblitz, 3.0 added Rank X, so it's fair to question if the big announcement of version 4.0 would be Sheldon picks, or maybe, I don't know, a new mode, both, or maybe something like completely different. I don't have any idea about. But one of the possibilities to answer this is probably the sub-weapon that has been data mined in the most recent version of Splatoon 2. I think it's called Puyo Bomb or something like this. And it seems very late to me in the game lifespan to add a new sub-weapon, or even special weapon, like especially for balancing. Like maybe it's broken, it's gonna be like crazy game breaker, like we don't know. It's gonna take a while to adjust the entire game, because right now the game is pretty healthy. But it seems to be what Nintendo is going towards, unless they are doing some kind of testing for some kind of Splatoon 3, we don't know. And in the case it's actually the main announcement for version 4.0, it's safe to assume that most Sheldon picks would have the same sub or special weapon, like the new sub or special weapon. So before I end this video, I want to give you the 3 Sheldon picks I would like to see in Splatoon 2. So obviously I'd like to see some broken stuff like Slosher with Burst Bomb and Inkstorm, but it's very unlikely, so I try to think about balanced weapons that we could add to the game and not actually break it. So my first pick was a Bamboozler with Burst Bomb and Inkstorm. This weapon can barely be played, like, and I really love the choice they made in Splatoon 1 with the Sheldon picks to make low tier weapons more viable by giving them stronger kits. I think this would help Bamboo a lot without being meta breaker, since the main weapon is just too weak, nonetheless. I think a Slosher with Splat Bomb and Inkjet would make sense. It may look strong on paper, but I don't know if it would be that insane, assuming there are a lot more stronger Inkjet option. I just think we're just heavily lacking an Inkjet option on the Slosher lineup, and it's a very similar kit to the Soda Slosher that was released in Splatoon 1 with the Sheldon picks. And my last choice was Umbrella with a new sub-weapon and Ink Armor. Like, Umbrella weapon class is like, there's nothing. And Nintendo adds new weapons instead. I think they should add new Umbrellas like to the game for sure. I think Dualies is fine. Slosher's better now. Splatling's better now. Just Umbrella is still lacking a lot. And I think the new sub weapon and Ink Armor would make sense for such a weapon. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. Hope the reasonings I did in this video were easy to follow and so on. Pretty happy to see what's going to happen in September, what they're gonna release. Just really wanted to randomly give my thoughts in this video because I've been thinking about it during my trip in California and couldn't really make any videos or stuff like this. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you later.